Hi, I'm Sean. I gotta start out with a little disclaimer. I apologize if I don't offend somebody. I plan on offending every single person here equally because I truly believe in equality. So I apologize ahead of time. Wait, y'all already paid, right? I don't give a shit. I can't ignore this, I have to say something. Is that not the most muscular photographer I've ever seen in my entire life? Like, how do you not break the camera like, when you press the button? Sometimes it breaks. It's an expensive career then, huh? So my ex was an asshole, right? She didn't try to be an asshole. She was born to be an asshole, right? That shit was in her blood. Like, it was natural. It was in her DNA. Like, there's a signature move that all assholes do. You guys know about it. They say something asshole-like, and when you're like, what the heck? They'll say, what? It's the truth. Like, they try to fall back on that all the time, right? Like, one time, I was doing mushrooms, and I told my ex, hey, I'm doing mushrooms, you know? I'm gonna be a little sensitive, so take it a little easy. She's like, all right. So some time goes by, I go to my room for a while, and when it starts kicking in, finally I come out into the living room, and she's out there, she's sitting down, and she's right next to her on the table is a Men's Health magazine. So as soon as I walk out into the living room and come around the corner, she looks at me, and she looks down at the magazine, and she reads, and she's like, colon cancer, you could have it. And I'm like, what the heck? Like, you know I'm sensitive right now. I just left my room because my shadow was doing some shit I wasn't even doing. And I come out here, and you tell me I could have ass cancer? Like, what the hell? And she's like, signature move. Well, it's the truth. And I'm like, yeah, that's the truth. There's a million things that are true. You could have said, we're inside. You could have said, I hope you're having a good trip. You could have said, why is your shadow on the wall flipping me off? But no, you chose to be an asshole. And sometimes she'll say things, some dumbass thing, and she'll follow that up with saying this line, I'm sure you've heard it a lot, it's just my opinion. And like somehow it's like magical and you can't argue back, right? Like, I'm getting real sick of opinions. Like someone was talking to me and they're like, the earth is flat, man. I'm like, no it's not. They're like, well, it's just like my opinion, man. And opinions can't be wrong. I'm like, yeah, they can. Like, here's an opinion, in the future, humans will land on Mars. Like, that could be true or false, we don't know. Could be wrong. Here's another opinion. You're not a dumb piece of shit. Clearly that one's wrong. So I'm just sick of people saying just something super stupid and then trying to say, oh, it's just an opinion, like it's some sort of magical words that like make people not talk shit back. Like, oh, that does not work on me, right? Like someone was like, oh, hey, crystals heal people, man. I'm like, no they don't. And he was like, well, that's just like my opinion, man. And I was like, well, my opinion is that the only crystals I've ever seen have an effect on people is crystal meth. And that is not gonna heal anybody. But the interesting thing is that the placebo effect, that it happens, you know, about 15-20% of the time. See, that's how I think like all these weird home remedies like actually happen, right? So that means like every 5 times you're sick, 1 out of those 5 times you can like trick yourself into healing yourself. So I think that's how this kind of stuff started, the remedies, the weird remedies. Like, have you seen the social media, Facebook videos, or just people on the internet talk about drinking pee? And like, oh, it heals you, it cures diseases, and if you're sick and you drink your pee, you'll get healed. Like, I think that people, that the placebo effect was involved in this situation. Like I heard someone say, yeah, every morning I wake up, I put a nice warm pot of pee on the stove. And even if the power's out and the stove can't heat up, you'll never have cold pee. So, like, I think that this all started from like the placebo effect type stuff. I think that some dude was just, he's been sick for a couple days and he goes to take a pee. And as he's peeing, you know, he's thinking, like earlier in the week he saw a documentary about samurai warriors. And it turns out that samurai warriors they would drink their own pee before battle. And I mean like right before battle. As the enemies charge them, they'll pull down their pants and try and piss in their mouth, and the enemies will see that and be like, oh, hell no, and run away. So he was thinking about that while he's peeing, and a little pee, sprinkled on his leg. And he's an idiot, so his brain just automatically thought like, I wonder if this will like make me feel better. So next day he feels great. And just like fucking vegans, he wants to get online and just announce it to the world. Like, hold up, buddy. Maybe before you tell people to rub piss on your face because it cures acne, that might just be the placebo effect. Calm down, buddy. So, and if you are drinking pee because of some sort of like health benefits, just find out what nutrient in pee gives you the health benefit and take that. In pill form, not pee form. One of my buddies he told me a couple weeks ago, he said, he was telling me that if you take mushrooms and then drink your own pee later in the night, you'll trip harder. And I was like, wow, did you try it? And he was like, yeah, I tried it. Did it work? Yeah, it worked. I was like, wow, that's crazy. Did you have extra mushrooms when you drank your own piss to trip harder? He's like, yeah. I'm like, well, why didn't you eat the extra mushrooms instead of drinking your own piss? Imagine if it didn't do anything though. Like if I drank my own piss and like told people like I would definitely tell people that it made me trip when all it did was taste like piss. So keep that in mind whenever someone comes up to you with these weird ass remedies. Like someone came up to me and said, you want to keep your body alkaline and not acidic for health benefits. And when I think of that, when they said that to me, I was like, oh yeah, the gangsters put bodies into acid to like melt them and destroy them. So I definitely don't want my body acidic. So yeah, tell me, how do I keep my body alkaline? And they were like, okay, eat clean, okay. Drink lemon water. And lemon water, that's acidic. Like, God, these people are stupid. Like last week, my buddy called me up and told me, he said, hey, my girl, she won't let me come in her. I'm like, why? And she's like, well, she says my cum is too acidic, and she's trying to keep her body alkaline. I'm like, bro, what the fuck you been eating? Have you been eating ghost peppers and then like making her pussy melt or what? What the hell? By the way, I was driving here, and on the way here, I saw a vehicle. I passed a vehicle that had one of those "In God We Trust" decals on it. And I don't know about you guys, but whenever I see that decal, I instantly want to ask like, how much do you trust? Like, do you wear your seatbelt? Do you drive blindfolded with no hands on the wheel saying, Jesus, take the wheel? I bet you don't. I bet you don't trust them that much at all. My dad actually has that decal on the back of his car, and he doesn't wear a seatbelt. But it's because he's too fat, he can't plug it in, so. Speaking of religion, I was hooking up with a chick who was super Christian. She wasn't like a superhero or anything, but she was just really into Christianity. And, sometimes we would argue about that kind of stuff. Like, I don't believe in the literal versions of a lot of stories. Like, I don't believe Jonah lived in the whale. I don't believe that Moses parted the Red Seas. And I definitely don't believe in that one incest story. The one, it's not Adam and Eve and their kids. It's the one where God murdered every single human and every single animal except for one family of all of them. Yeah, Noah's Ark. It might be true. Maybe that incest cruise is how we ended up getting like the weird ass animals that we have now, like the duck-billed platypus or the three-toed sloth or Donald Trump. But so I was making out with the super Christian, and things were getting kind of hot and heavy, and so I was starting to take off her pants, unbutton her pants, and she stopped me, and she says, I'm sorry, like, I can't have sex with you today, I'm on my period. So I looked at her straight in the eyes, and I said, baby, just call me Moses, because tonight, I'm parting the Red Seas. Thank you. Thank you.